Okay, today I'm going to make a Bolichi. What that consists of is eye of the round roast, chorizos, an onion, some garlic, 2 bay leaves, and chopped ham. So we're going to start getting all of this ready, and we're going to ream out the middle of the roast, and then we're going to stuff it with all of this lovely stuff. Okay, so here we go. What I did was I went ahead and chopped up the chorizos cubed. There's 2 variations you can do this. You can leave the ham like chopped, or you can leave the chorizos either diced like the ham, or you can leave them round, sliced. I like it this way. Also there's other variations that you can also put peppers and onions inside the stuffing of this. So once I cut this out, and this is almost 2.5 pounds. So this will feed 4 people. Plenty. Alright, so we're going to ream out this roast. Sometimes it's easier if we have a fillet knife. If Bonnie would have been smart, she would have went down to Felton's in Plant City and bought it, and they would have reamed it out for me. But I like doing things the old-fashioned way. So what we're going to do, we're going to ream it out. It does take a few minutes. Alright, so we're going to take the meat that we just cut out of the roast. We're going to cut it up because it's all going back inside the roast. Alright, now that everything is all mixed up here, nice and pretty. It don't have to be really pretty, but it's just mixed up. Now we get to stuff this bugger. And it's not always as easy as it seems, because we're really going to stuff it. Okay, now that we're done stuffing, and our roast now looks like it's going to have a baby, in a hot skillet, we're going to sear the meat. So while my skillet's getting hot, I'm going to go ahead and cut up the garlic. You can either use fresh cloves of garlic or the garlic that's already in a jar. If you use the garlic that's in the jar, you would only use a teaspoon of that, because you're going to rub that all over this when you sear the meat. So let me get out my other cutting board. Scrape the roast with a fork, and trying not to push out the stuffing that we just put in. Okay. Go. Try to push it onto the meat. And it's going to fall off, and that's perfectly fine. Just when you cook it in to brown the meat is all we're going to do. We're just going to throw whatever's left in there to help kind of put the flavor back into the meat. And that's what the chorizos and the ham does, because eye of the round is such a dry meat, it keeps the meat moist. and it brings out the flavor of everything. I'll pick it up. We're just gonna kind of like brown the outside of it. Once it's brown, we're gonna put it in either a roasting pan or a Dutch oven. This can be cooked on top of the stove or in the oven. I prefer it in the oven. So once we get that far, we'll let you know. Now that it's kind of browned on the outside, it's not going to be completely perfect because it's not completely round. Just pick it up. We're going to put it in this pot. Okay, in this pot, for the second half of cooking this, we're going to chop up this onion in quarters. After you're done layering all your vegetables, your onions, your potatoes, your carrots, you're going to take 2 bay leaves. They don't have to be completely whole, but 2. You're going to put 1 on each side. If Bonnie can get it up out of the container, okay? If you can't find them whole, which sometimes it's hard to do, a half a teaspoon of the crushed will work. All right, we're also gonna add almost 2 cups of water. Like I said, this is a roast. Not quite sure if it's Spanish or Italian. It was given to me 25 years ago. Okay, we've got the oven preheated to 350. This is gonna cook because it's 2.5 pounds, between 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Checking it about every 30 minutes to make sure that it's got plenty of water. Let me kind of show you if we can with the camera. See, you can see the water just above the onions. This is going to make more juices as it cooks because of the ham and the chorizo in it. And because we don't have the lid to the Dutch oven, we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. Luna flow. Alright. And goes dinner. Okay. Voila. So about 2 hours, 1.5 to 2 hours for 2 to 2.5 pounds of the roast. Okay, now we're going to check our roast. That smells so good. It's getting there. See how the broth is changing colors? I'd say another half hour. Yeah. My potatoes should be almost done. Ooh, look at that. Our roast is done. So now what we have to do, let me get the plate. Okay, everything is done. We're gonna let this sit and cool for just a few minutes, and then we'll cut it and I'll show you what the inside will look like. Now we're gonna cut the meat. And there we have it. There's dinner for the night. So with that, enjoy, have fun, and bon appetit.